right into that. Let's dive right into the draft. And for a lot of people, that number 2 pick was obviously the pick of the draft. Definitely for Kate and for yourself. Let's go there.
Yeah.
The hometown guy comes home to the favorite professional team. Aiden Hutchinson, definitely going to help out the edge and that defense. What do you think? What were your thoughts? Go ahead, man.
To me, this is the overall best player in the draft.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that as a Michigan guy. I'm saying that as a football guy. This guy is great in the pass. He's got speed moves. He's got power moves. Great push-pull. Like, he's got an arsenal of pass rush moves. He's phenomenal against the run. He's a do-it-all guy. He's kind of in that tweener size right now, and he'll probably put on a bit more weight where he can even slide inside. Because you've got Romeo Aquara, Julian Aquara, Charles Harris. Like, you've got other guys that you can rush outside, and him in our second-round pick can rush the inside on third and longs, like fourth downs when they're going for it, stuff like that. So, a very versatile player. I might be expecting a bit more than most people are from him. I think it's a fairly real possibility for double-digit sacks and runs his way to defensive rookie of the year.
Woo!
Like, I expect huge things from him. A lot of these rookies right now are spending their time trying to figure out the city and trying to get settled and everything. And this guy's born and raised in the area. He knows this city like the back of his hand.
Yes.
So he can sit there and focus on football.
Yeah.
And for a guy that's already so talented, that's just going to help him get even better. So I love the pick. I'm so excited he fell to us. Thank you, Jacksonville.
Right. Definitely. And I think the word that number one to me that describes him is motor. That motor continues to go. And it's crazy because you talking about bringing him into the inside. Yeah, put a couple pounds on him. I see like a JJ Watt type. Quick getting off the ball and disrupting, crashing that O-line on him and letting those outside guys make big plays. So,
absolutely, yeah.
Oh, I absolutely love this pick, and I was to the moon. I know Kat was. I know Kate was. She's in the comment talking about sack Aaron Rodgers. Yes.
Oh, I can't wait for that. Week 9.
Hey, 2 times a year, baby. Let's go. Yeah. So, I mean, as if that wasn't amazing enough, you trade back in. All right, and in the 10 slots that were trade heavy, when everybody was trading, the Eagles traded, you traded, we traded. You traded back up to the 12th spot. You get somebody that in November, bar none, best wide receiver in the game.
Yeah,
no question. Unfortunately, he got hurt in the national championship game. However, he looks like he's recovering well. Jameson Williams at the 12th pick. Amazing. I was super excited for you guys. But realistically, what are the chances he comes and plays day 1 or week 1 or, what are we looking at with that injury?
So I've been watching like everything I can about him, like any surgeon reports that come up, anything like that. I am on it like a hawk.
Yeah.
And it's sounding like if they wanted to, he could be ready to go week 1.
Ooh.
That in terms of ACL tears, it wasn't necessarily that bad. They just did the surgery to speed up the process.
Yeah.
So sounds like he could be ready to go week 1 from what I've heard, but they're not going to push him. So I would say the earliest you see him is like I'd say probably week 7 after the bye. Okay. Kind of what you do with like a rookie quarterback. You set him until the bye. Yeah. I think you give him those first 5 weeks to get used to the playbook. Week 6 on that bye to get the reps going and get rolling. Mm-hmm. And then week 7 against the Cowboys, he's right in, ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
That's best scenario.
Oh, yeah. That's a perfect game, too. I mean, the Cowboys are garbage, so slide him right in there and torch Dallas. Yes.
Yeah.
Any shot I can to take a shot at Dallas, I will take it gladly. Yeah. Kate saying she said that they think end of the season. Look, at all honesty, at week 7, that's great for how good he is, and coming from somebody that tried to rush out RG3 after that injury of his first year. hold and
take his time. Yeah.
Take your time because we know the talent that he has. He can be unstoppable. And Alabama receivers, I mean, they're turning into wide receiver U if they haven't already been that. You want this guy on the field, and like you said, you got Amon-Ra St. Brown. Now you got DJ Charkey. Now you got Jameson Williams, and it's like, woo! Wait a minute.
Who do you focus on, like
right? Detroit, and then the sleeper. You mentioned it earlier. You got Hawkinson and Swift. Anybody that's a fantasy guy, like the two of us are, those two are gems in fantasy or in dynasty. You need to have them. Receiving, rushing, they get the job done. So I'm excited about the pick. I want to see the recovery. I'm like you.
Yeah. Yeah, he's already the promising thing is he's already working in minicamp. He's doing like agility. He's slowly starting to run routes, and that it's still like half speed. He's still not going full speed into it, but they're starting to have him kind of make cuts. They're starting to work him in. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they've said they're not pushing it at all. Like they're gonna wait till he's 100%, and then they're gonna work him on the playbook. Like they're taking their sweet time with this, as they should.
Oh yeah, and they have the time to do it. Realistically, I don't think many people outside of Detroit have expectations for these guys to really do big things. So let this guy rest. You don't have no spotlights on you guys. Just let it rest. Get him back and ready and healthy. And that's
absolutely
huge. That's huge. Hey, and that was a huge move. That was great to do that. And coming out of that, now I have to ask you this. After the first round, you're like, all right, I don't care. How are you feeling? Were you like, I don't care what else happens, or were you still?
I was like, we can trade the rest of the picks away. I'm right. Exactly. No, but like, and it's interesting because a lot of people are like, if you go on like Lions fan pages and stuff like that, there's so many mixed reviews on Jameson Williams, more so for the trade, and I don't understand it. So we traded from 32 to 12. Mm-hmm. We gave up a third-round pick 66, and then we dropped from 34 to 46. Yeah. So we dropped 12 spots in the second round and gave up a third to move up 20 spots.
Right.
Like,
and get what you
I'm
needed.
sorry, how is that a bad trade? Like,
right. Hey, look, I got to say, especially living with one of your diehard but badly tortured and tormented Lions fans, there ain't gonna be no positive until Tom Brady himself comes and wins you guys a ring. That type of thing. Yeah, right? Yeah. I tried to talk to her about it. She's like, it's not gonna get better. It's not. I was like, but realistically, like, break it down, maybe. She's like,
well, it can't get much worse, is the thing. So, like,
right,
than what it's been.
Yeah.
So I mean.
I said, when they come to you guys and tell you guys you have to change your names because the Lions is offensive, then talk to me. All right. Yeah. We have issues. All right. You guys are good.
Yeah.
So, hey, moving on down the list. In the second round, you guys picked up defensive end Josh Pascal out of Kentucky, 6'3", 278.
Yeah.
What are you thinking there?
To me, this was a big thing. The Lions were one of the bottom 5 teams at stopping the run last year. Yeah. Pascal isn't going to be an edge rusher. He's going to be a run stopper. Yeah. He's going to be in on first and second down on the outsides. Him and Hutchinson will be on the outsides there. And they were, if you look at PFF, they were 2 of the top 4 guys in all of college football last year on the defensive line for stopping the run.
Nice.
So this is totally a run stopping move. You look at what the Packers are doing. They don't have a receiver. Chicago, all they've got is Justin Fields and David Montgomery on the offense, essentially. Yep. And then Dalvin Cook in Minnesota. So this division is being set up to be run heavy. Yeah. And Detroit did a good job of hunkering down and trying to build up this run defense this offseason. So that's totally what Pascal is going to be. He's not an edge rusher on the outside. He could be, like I said, kind of with Hutchinson, that interior rusher. Because he's too stiff. He doesn't have that bend around the edge. Yeah. But he can push that pocket back. Like, you watch the tape, he's always in the pocket, and he played in the SEC. Yeah. So he disrupts the backfield a lot. So you could have him push from the inside. But yeah, those people that are expecting him to be an edge rusher don't. He's not going to get sacks off the edge.
Yeah, and to your point about him being the SEC, him playing at Kentucky, they had a solid defense this year, and actually surprised a lot of people with how well they did. And Pascal was part of that. But I think it's very interesting and key that you guys got not only Hutchinson but now Pascal, two guys that are getting that rotation at defensive line to address, like you said, the issue you guys had with stopping the run. And look, and keeping with defense. Your next pick, somebody that my guy Ab Lowe talked about on our show, somebody we were looking at in the secondary, Kirby Joseph, defensive back out of the Fighting Illini. I started reading up on him after my guy was telling me about him, and I was like, ooh, this guy. Oh, I like that. 6'1", like he's ready to play.
Yeah.
I know you're excited about this. So talk to me about how you feeling about this.
Yeah, so this was one of those guys that when we picked him, on our draft show, I was like, I'm going to be honest. I don't know much about this guy.
Yeah.
Like, I saw him play in the Big Ten. He made the All-Big Ten first team, so I knew he was good.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how good. And to see that size and to look up his story, he was a receiver until his junior year. And then he started working safety.
Yeah.
So he's played safety. He only played safety his senior season. He didn't really get reps until the senior season, was learning it his junior season, and got all Big Ten first team at safety with Jaquan Brisker, with Daxton Hill. There were a lot of really good safeties, and for this guy to get the first team all Big Ten, PFF had him rated as their number one safety when it came to coverage. Yeah. He's an absolute ball hawk. He can go up and get the ball. That experience at receiver definitely helps him with that. But he's gonna work his way in. So we play a lot of 3 safety sets. He might be that third safety, or he might be the 4th safety right off the start. And then he'll be on Deshaun Elliott and Tracy Walker's heels.
Yeah.
He'll be on their heels and starting to take playing time from them. So once this guy gets used to the defense, he's really good in that cover 3, that high safety, which is what we used more towards the end of the year. Mm-hmm. So I think he's a really good fit for this team, and I think he could be a really good safety down the road.
Yeah. And I've always liked good, bigger safeties and corners. Yeah. And I love that one of your coaches, Aaron Glenn, and then your defensive backs coach. We know what he did in the league. So going in there and learning under him, we know how Campbell does as well. So I think this is going to be huge. And like you said, he does not have that many years at safety, and to be, first team Big Ten, which has a number of names, some of which win in the first round. Like, that says something about this guy. So
absolutely.
I'm interested to see how he fits in, and if he could potentially get on that field early, man, because that could definitely be beneficial in that no-fly zone. And look, you guys went defense a lot. I mean, you had two linebackers.
All
you had
but 2 picks,
right. So I mean, that's definitely something you address. Real quick, going back on offense, the next pick in the 5th round, you guys got a tight end out of Virginia Tech, James Mitchell, 6'3", 255. Got to be honest, not really heard of him. And I live 4 hours away from Virginia Tech, but not a huge fan of them, so I don't really follow them as much. What are you thinking about Mitchell?
So he's one of these guys, and I'll probably say the same thing when I get to another guy in a couple picks here, maybe even the next pick. But he tore his ACL like week 1, week 2 of the season.
Yeah.
So he's pretty much gonna be ready to go by training camp.
Yeah.
But he didn't really get to show himself this year. If you look at his tape, had he been healthy this year, he's probably going day 2, not day 3.
Oh.
So he's one of those tight ends. He's not great at anything, but he does everything well.
Gotcha.
He's a good route runner, good hands, good blocker. So he's solid all across the board, but he doesn't wow you in any one factor.
Right.
So this is going to be a guy that immediately walks in and is fighting for that number 2, obviously behind Hawkinson. He's not taking Hawkinson's spot.
No.
But we've been Lions fans saw it last year when Hawkinson went down, there was nothing from the tight end spot.
Yeah.
So this gives you another, I said the dollar store Dolphins earlier. This is kind of like your wish version of Hawkinson. Like, this is a guy that plays that same role, but doesn't do anything nearly as well.
Yeah. Drastically lower when it comes to the rating.
But I think he'll be a solid tight end too.
Yeah.
And that's about his ceiling in the NFL, I think.
There it is. And hey, look, if you get in where you fit in, if that's what he can do, let's go. And he again, he might not get that much attention because of Hawkinson, but we'll see. Maybe he can get.
We do run a decent bit of two tight end sets. We might not now that we actually have receivers, but
right.
Who knows?
But we'll see. Hey, hopefully he does get a shot. But especially like you said, coming off that injury, get healthy. That's what we're and most likely it's probably more healthy since it happened in the beginning of the season. But still, get healthy, get on the field, and see what he can do.
Absolutely.
And then the rest of the way you went defense. The next two picks you went linebacker, and so actually the next pick in the 6th round you went Malcolm Rodriguez, linebacker out of Oklahoma State. Now a little smaller for my liking, under 6 foot at 5'11", but that defense was number 1 in the country at certain points of the year.
And he was the main guy on that defense,
right? So this I think was a solid pick. Were you surprised he was there this late though?
I wasn't because of his size.
Yeah, that.
Especially at linebacker and that middle linebacker.
Yeah. That's
something that's starting to knock these guys, unless you're an athletic freak like Patrick Queen was a few years ago.
Yeah.
You're going to get knocked out.
Right.
And this is a guy, this is where I was saying the day 2 pick if he had been an inch or two taller, he's a day 2 pick. This guy's a solid linebacker. Like you said, there was times where they were the number 1 defense in the nation. And you put on the tape, and he's everywhere.
Yep.
He can cover. He's great at stopping the run. He's going to compete for that linebacker 2 spot on our team with Derek Barnes. He might even steal it from Alex Anzalone, and they might go Barnes and him and go just 2 very athletic linebackers.
Wow.
Which would be interesting. I think he starts as one of our core special teamers. I think he'll be one of the go-to guys on the punt and the kickoff and that kind of stuff. And he'll make his name there, and then he'll work his way into some playing time.
There you go. I like that, man. I watch a lot of Oklahoma State ball. Barry Sanders is my guy, so I got that jersey, and I kind of rock him. I love the coach. So, and that defense was legit. We picked up. Why can't I think of his name right now? We picked up a corner. Their corner from there. I
know who you're talking about.
Not Robinson. Who was this? Oh, of course I don't have it written down here. I'll think of it later. I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna be like, "Come on, Sean, you know that." But we picked up a corner late in the in the draft, and I thought it was a steal because that defense was well put together, and they played top tier ball in a conference that is not known for defense.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, in the Big 12. So I like this pick. I thought this was solid. I'm going to apologize outside of the next pick, and shout out to my HBCUs, but outside of his name being, familiar type of name, James Houston, I don't know much about this guy. I'm excited to see that he came up, but I don't know much about him.
So, I didn't know anything about him coming in, and it's kind of a funny story. It's because the Lions didn't talk to him at all in the pre-draft process.
What? Oh.
They didn't do combine interview. He didn't come in for a visit. They didn't go to the pro day. That was one of those where they threw on tape and just kind of said, 6th round, screw it. Okay, we'll take him. Right. He said his first interaction with them was when they called to say they were picking him.
Wow.
But this is a guy, to me, they've got him as, depending where you look, linebacker, edge. To me, they might as well just put him as front 7.
Yeah.
Because this guy's going to be versatile. He might play a stand-up linebacker. He might play off the edge. Might play with his hand in the dirt. We don't really know. They nicknamed him the problem in college for a reason. He showed up there and played at Florida for a year or two, and then showed up there and had double-digit sacks, was always in the backfield, tons of tackles for losses. He was everywhere, and just an absolute menace on that defense. And I watched his interview with the Lions, Lions reporters and stuff after the draft, and the one thing that caught me is just this guy's drive. He's one of those guys where he his response was just, I don't care. Put me anywhere. I'll do whatever it takes to make this team.
I love it. Yes.
Yeah. Give me that drive all day.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you're pairing that with guy with Rodriguez from where we know his work ethic, Hutchinson, Pascal. Yeah. I mean, come on now.
And you get Campbell and Glenn pushing these guys. Like, yes, please.
Yes. Watch out for that defense in 2022, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, Hard Knocks is going to be fun. I almost forgot about that.
Right. Oh, right. They do have Hard Knocks on there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we know the track record of playoff teams and Hard Knocks. And
I'm not this isn't a team that should be making playoffs.
Well, right. And it was crazy because it even messed up the Colts when they were in the playoff contention, and then they got on Hard Knocks midway through the year, and we saw how that ended.
You see who got it this year?
Who was just
the end season went to the Cardinals.
Really? Well, like they need help. There goes that. They don't need any help losing that season. Oh man. And as for your last pick out of Arizona State, the Sun Devils at 6 foot 185, Chase Lucas. What do you think?
Yeah, so this was one of those. They started calling them super seniors because those guys got extra eligibility due to COVID.
Year. Yeah.
And he played all his time at Arizona State. Was like a 3-time captain. Had NFL coaching with Herm Edwards and Marv Lewis on that coaching staff.
Yes.
So he's got guys that have pushed him day in and day out. The one thing is I don't really think he's going to find a spot on the 53-man roster. I feel like this is the guy that goes to the practice roster just because you got Oruwariye, you've got Ife Melifonwu, who played well before he got hurt last year. He was shutting down Devontae Adams for a half of football before he got hurt. Jeff Okudah, who knows what's happening there.
Oh, yeah.
If he can stay healthy and do what everyone expects him to do, he's our best corner immediately.
Wasn't he the number one pick for y'all?
He went third overall after Chase Young and Joe Burrow.
Right.
Yeah. And and he just hasn't been able to stay healthy since. So hopefully we can get a full season out of him and see what we've got in him. But expectations are low for him because we haven't seen anything. But then you've got the undrafted free agents we had last year, Jerry Jacobs, and I'm blanking on the other guy's name. There was one from Arkansas, one from Alabama. But they both stepped in as starters when Oruwariye, Okudah, all these guys went down. And they played very well. Yeah. Like, when it came to rookie corners with PFF rankings and rankings like that, those guys were near the top of corner rankings as rookies, as undrafted guys. So it shows that Aubrey Pleasant, the DB coach, and Aaron Glenn, the DC, know what they're doing when it comes to developing these DBs.
Yep.
So with Lucas, I think he might get in as a special teamer or he's on the practice squad. But that's a good 7th round pick because he's a very talented corner and he played a lot of downs at Arizona State for a reason.
Oh yeah. And that and like you said, having that NFL coaches in college with Marvin Lewis and Herm Edwards.
Big deal.
Big deal. So anybody that comes out of Arizona State, I always have my eye on because of the fact that they have that. And this would be this might turn out to be a steal. Hopefully he gets on the field and
I hope so,
contributes, man. That was the draft 2022. It proved to be very beneficial even after the first round. Yeah. So let's go with it. How are you feeling, man? What is your draft grade for the overall draft?
To me, my grade's an A, just because without seeing these guys play, I can't give an A+.
Yeah.
To me, this is an absolute home run of a draft.
Yeah.
They had it might be because I'm a Lions fan, but I have them up in the top 5 drafts.
Ooh, nice.
Like 3, 4, 5 range. Like to me, it's you've got the Ravens, you've got the Jets, you've got the Eagles, you got the Chiefs, you got the Lions up there. You've got there's a lot of teams that had very good drafts.
Yeah.
But to me, they're up there amongst the best. And until I see anyone play, I can't give an A+. But yeah, to me, it's definitely an A.
Oh yeah. Oh, without a doubt. Even just those first 2 picks. You know what I mean? Potentially 2 of the best picks in the draft. So yeah, no, definitely. And then that's kind of the way I've been feeling, especially now after talking to you. Y'all did an amazing job. But let's be very honest. Just like with picking Okudah, just like with picking Calvin Johnson, you picked Matt Stafford, Swift. Yeah. You've picked great players. You've built great things on paper, but it has to
watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.